How did Meta, formerly known as Facebook, make its way from a Harvard dorm room to a social media giant with over 3 billion users worldwide? But before I begin, I have an appeal for all of you. We at ThePrint believe in non-hyphenated journalism. We believe in questioning fair journalism, and for this, we need your support. I'd like to appeal to you to take a subscription. There's, of course, a host of benefits that our subscribers get. The benefits as well as the procedures, both of it you can see on your screens right now. Plus, I'll be adding links to the procedure for subscription to the description of this video. So do check it out, and please support us by taking a subscription for ThePrint. Well, Facebook's founder Mark Zuckerberg could offer a host of answers to this question, but at a Q&A town hall session with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi back in September 2015, he looked back to a visit to an Indian temple that reinforced his vision for the tech company. Speaking to Modi at the company's headquarters in California, Zuckerberg recalled a story from Facebook's early days when the company hit a rough patch and there was even talk of selling the company. That's when Zuckerberg went to Apple CEO Steve Jobs, who advised him to take a spiritual retreat to an Indian temple. He traveled for almost a month, and visualizing a world where people had a stronger ability to connect reinforced the importance of Facebook as a platform for him. Now, this town hall wasn't just a casual tete-a-tete. While pictures of Zuckerberg getting one of Modi's popular hugs dominated news headlines, the meeting was also a declaration of the common vision that the two men shared at the time, which was carving out a digital India. Mark Zuckerberg launched Facebook in 2004 along with 4 fellow Harvard students. Over the years, the transformation of Facebook, now Meta, has been discussed alongside Zuckerberg's own transformation from wearing the same outfit every day to wearing chains and becoming a devotee of jiu-jitsu. Its latest decision to abandon independent fact-checking and replace it with community notes has widely been attributed to his attempts to gather favor with the newly voted-in President Donald Trump in the US. However, lawyer and founder of the Internet Freedom Foundation, Apar Gupta, believes that neither Facebook as a corporation nor its founders have ever strongly held any well-defined ideological objectives beyond profit, accessibility, and growing the company's dominance. Meanwhile, back in India, 10 years after the Zuckerberg-Modi bear hug, Meta India's Vice President of Public Policy, Shivnath Thukral, had to post a public apology this month after Zuckerberg said in a podcast that in elections around the world in 2024, most incumbent governments, including the one in India, had been voted out of power. Following Zuckerberg's statement, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on Communication and Information Technology, escalated the issue, saying that the panel would summon Meta representatives and seek an apology for Zuckerberg's remarks. And so Thukral quickly stepped in to mitigate the fallout and issued a public apology, tagging Vaishnav for the inadvertent error. The tweet went on to emphasize that, and I quote here, "India remains an incredibly important country for Meta, and we look forward to being at the heart of its innovative future," unquote. This statement sums up Meta's love-hate relationship with India over the years, with India being one of its most important markets, but also one of its most controversial ones. From its alleged role in influencing electoral processes to its purported neglect of hate speech, political parties across the spectrum have accused Facebook of helping each other. But no concrete action has been taken against the social media platform's alleged infractions. As a result, the social media giant has maintained its image as a powerful, silent player in the Indian political landscape, slithering its way out of any controversies that come its way. Meanwhile, political parties as well as lawmakers continue to leverage the platform to rally support as well as shape public opinion. Now, let me take you through Facebook's rendezvous with India, which dates back to the early days of the social media giant. Just before Facebook went public in May 2012, it was hailed as the hottest initial public offering or IPO of the century with a valuation of over $100 billion. However, along with this promise, its official filings also included a warning that if Facebook failed to increase its user base and user engagement, its future growth potential may be adversely affected. This is where the India story has been crucial for the tech giant. It was with this expansion in mind that Zuckerberg launched internet.org in India in October 2014. It was a global internet project aimed at bringing internet connectivity to two-thirds of the global population. In November 2015, Zuckerberg announced that all Reliance subscribers across India would be able to access free internet for limited basic services through Facebook's Free Basics. The project intended to give free access to a limited number of internet services. However, despite these grand ambitions, India would soon become the ground for one of Facebook's biggest setbacks in the world. Free Basics faced immediate criticism, with experts alleging that it violated net neutrality principles and posed a threat to India's democracy. And in February 2016, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, which is TRAI, published the Prohibition of Discriminatory Tariffs for Data Services Regulation 2016, which effectively buried Free Basics. The regulations were a big win for net neutrality in India, but served as the final nail in the coffin for Facebook's Free Basics services. Within days of the TRAI regulations, Facebook announced that its managing director in India, Kirtiga Reddy, would step down and return to the US. Now, despite its loss on Free Basics, India remains a significant market for Meta. Much like other countries, Facebook's role in influencing elections has been a subject of debate as well, with both the ruling party and the opposition repeatedly raising questions over its role. One of the first major storms that engulfed not just Facebook but also the integrity of the democratic processes in India was the 2018 Cambridge Analytica controversy. The case involved an alleged Facebook data breach of around 50 million users in the US to benefit Donald Trump's presidential campaign in 2016. And at that time, the whistleblower in this case had told British lawmakers that he believed that the Congress party in India was a client of Cambridge Analytica at the regional level. Then again, in August 2020, the Wall Street Journal published an article titled "Facebook's Hate Speech Rules Collide with Indian Politics." This article made explosive revelations about the social media platform's relationship with the ruling party in India. The article quoted current and former employees who claimed, and I quote here, a broader pattern of favoritism by Facebook towards Mr. Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party and Hindu hardliners, unquote. This article even alleged that Facebook India's policy chief Ankhi Das had opposed applying Facebook's hate speech rules to BJP politicians on the platform. The fallout of the allegations in the Wall Street Journal article was almost immediate. 2 months after this article, Das, who had worked with Facebook since 2011, resigned. Within days, the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information Technology, which was then headed by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, issued a notice requesting Meta's Vice President and Managing Director Ajit Mohan to appear before it in September. Mohan appeared before the committee, and in subsequent hearings in 2021, the panel reportedly urged Facebook as well as other intermediaries to comply with the information technology rules and put in place safeguards to protect users' data. Meanwhile, on 10 September 2020, the Aam Aadmi Party also entered the Facebook duel. The Delhi's Assembly's Peace and Harmony Committee, headed by AAP MLA Raghav Chadha, issued summons to Mohan, highlighting numerous complaints alleging intentional omission and deliberate inaction on the part of Facebook in tackling hate speech online. Mohan was asked to appear on 15 September 2020 before the committee, which was constituted in the wake of the 2020 Delhi communal riots. Now, while Mohan readily appeared before the parliamentary panel days before the summons, he resisted appearing before the Delhi committee. He even approached the Supreme Court, challenging the committee's powers to summon him, but the Supreme Court rejected Mohan's petition in July 2021. Now, following the apex court win, the committee grilled Facebook's public policy director Shivnath Thukral instead of Mohan in November 2021. And not just these instances, there have been multiple whistleblower accounts from Facebook that have raised questions over Facebook's handling of hate speech on its platform. For example, in 2021, whistleblower Frances Haugens complained to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, cited an undated internal Facebook document which hurled a direct attack on the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, or the RSS, saying that, and I quote again, RSS users, groups and pages promote fear-mongering anti-Muslim narratives, targeted pro-Hindu populations with violence and inciting content, unquote. However, this report said that much of this content was never flagged or acted upon because of Facebook's lack of language classifiers. In response, Facebook told the media that it used technology to proactively detect violating content in Hindi and Bengali, in addition to over 40 languages globally. However, despite this love-hate relationship with the Modi government and its politics over the years, India has surpassed the US as the country with the highest number of Facebook users, now standing at over 490 million. And this was the journey of Facebook's love-hate relationship with the Modi government and its politics. That's all I have for you today. This is Apurva Mandhani for ThePrint. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.